Hello, and welcome to round 1 of the playoffs for the Little Legends League. This week I'm playing a rematch against my opponent for the first week of regular play, the Salty Stackers, coached by Steel016. Steel is a well-balanced team with a lot of big threats. Palkia Origin is predictable but has enormous power. Landorus Therian is an incredibly versatile mon that can fulfill any role it needs to. Serraledge has an excellent matchup into my defensive core, so that demands an answer. Tinkaton and Glowking offer a lot of defensive utility, and Glastrier could be a scary threat with Terra and Swords Dance, whereas Snagglestack has caused a lot of problems with Curse and Salt Cure. Now that we're in the playoffs, I need to consider every one of Steel's mons when preparing my team, since this single elimination. That being said, let's get into my team for this week. First up, we have the first pick of my team, Magearna. This week I'll be running Magearna with Assault Vest to provide a pivoting role for my team. Volt Switch is my pivoting move of choice, which can only be locked by Landorus, for whom I have Ice Beam. Flash Cannon is a reliable stab, which is great for Snagglestack if it runs Terra Fairy. Draining Kiss will make Magearna tough to take down and is great against Palkia. The EV spread Speed Creep Scizor lifts 2 Fire Blasts from Tim and Palkia, and otherwise packs a lot of firepower. Magearna is a Gloomon and should help keep my team together. Secondly is a season-long Physical Wall Giratina, which will be reprising that role. Once again, I am running Itemless Giratina as my counterplay to Serraledge. Serraledge's only powerful Ghost Stab is Poltergeist, but that move doesn't work on mons without items. Will-O-Wisp allows me to threaten and cripple the physical attackers other than Serraledge, and I can follow up with a powerful Hex against those burned foes. Whirl lets me deny any attempts at setup versus Giratina, such as the otherwise obnoxious Snagglestack. Steals a lot of options for hazards, so I'm running Defog to remove those since I'm bringing no hazards myself. I'm running all physical bulk except for 40 speed, which speed creeps Tinkaton. Outspeeding Tinkaton is nice for getting off burns before it can attack, and having an upper hand against Encore. Giratina has been and will continue to be my great physical wall. Thirdly is the team's namesake and mascot, Thunderous Therian. Thunderous has a nice matchup because of how spammable Thunderbolt is into Steel's team. I also have Dark Pulse to hit Landorus, Glowking, and Vikavolt. If given the opportunity, Nasty Plot will give me the power to outright OHKO most of Steel's team, so if I get the chance to set that up, it's a powerful option. Taunt lets me deny any status moves, which is handy thanks to Thunderous' great speed tier. These EVs allow me to outspeed max speed Landorus, hit hard, and pack some additional bulk which helps set up. Landorus isn't my game-winning plan, but provides some good early to mid-game progress with his powerful attacks and utility. In the fourth slot is Slowking, which provide a lot of support for my team. This week I'm running dual screens, which is great for enabling setup sweepers. With Light Clay, these screens last a long time, and Oblivious blocks any attempts at taunting. As usual, Chilly Reception is a great way to pivot into Sandslash and give it the snow that it loves to rush around in. Finally, I'm running Psychic so I'm not completely passive. It allows me to break Palkia's subs. This EV spread allows me to live a max attack Life Orb U-turn from Scizor, or 2 spatial runs from Tim and Palkia. Slowking is a really powerful support mon, and I think its screens are going to be tremendously useful for the next 2 mons. Pick number 5 is Slowking's partner in crime, Sandslash Alola. Sandslash will be performing its usual act this week. Receive Snow from Slowking, Sword Stands Up, and do huge damage. I'm packing the usual combo of Triple Axle, Iron Head, and Terra Ground Earthquake. This combination of moves is incredibly powerful against Steel, and at +2 I can OHKO basically everything except for bulky variants of Scizor and Glastrier. This EV spread is designed to outspeed Choice Scarf Landorus, pack max power, and puts these spare EVs into bulk. With all the support that I received from Slowking, Sandslash will be a terrifying sweeper. In the final slot is perhaps my most versatile member, Necrozma. This week I'm running a bulky boosting sweeper with Calm Mind and Iron Defense. Necrozma can quickly become nigh on unkillable thanks to his generally good defensive stats and Prism Armor. To complement this, I'm running Leftovers and Terra Steel to resist hits like Spatial Rend, Bug Buzz, and Population Bomb. Morning Sun lets me heal up and is what really gives this set so much potential. Finally, I have stored power so once I have a few boosts, I can start nuking anything in front of me. The only monsters Steel has against Optus are Sableye and Terra Dark Vikavolt, so if Steel brings either of those, I prioritize taking them out. This is my sneaky ace up my sleeve, since predicting a set of Necrozma is basically impossible. After all, in the first game I ran Dragonite, so how can you really see this coming in particular? So that wraps up my team for round 1 of the playoffs. Let's see how it stacks up against the Stackers. Alright, here we are with the battle, let us get into it. So I suspect a Lando lead here, so I lead off with Giratina. Just go for a Will-O-Wisp here, actually outspeed the Lando, which is surprising, and I outspeed the taunt. So a really good first turn. I go out to Magearna here expecting it to kind of respect the Hex, but actually they don't. They just switch straight to guard. out off the U-turn. It goes Terra Fairy, so I figure it's a free opportunity to Flash Cannon. So I get some nice damage here. Now here I make a mistake. I go for a Volt Switch, which wasn't really necessary. And then secondly, I try to Volt again thinking it might U-turn out. So I really just completely bungled the Magearna situation. I get good damage on Knuckle Stack, but Magearna really suffering for my poor play there. So I figured I'd come in, get in a nasty plot with Thunderous. Now this Lando has Stone Edge and it's surprisingly bulky. It takes that Dark Pulse really well, so this thing is really spit F. But I do get a nice flinch there, so that helps me out. Palkia here gonna force Thunderous out. Obviously can't stay on that. Go to Slowking here. It's my only switch in for the Palkia, which Magearna gone. Get a Chili out because I suspect that Sableye is gonna come in, and they actually just stay in. I kind of basically had a kill there, or big damage. Thunderous, pretty threatening. Now here comes Caesar though. Caesar is really scary because this thing is choice banded based on the damage it's doing, which is entirely too much. I go for a Terra Ground here. Probably not a great play. I do pick up the KO on Caesar though. Probably would have been more prudent to go to Giratina here, but here comes that Ceruledge. Going for a Shadow Sneak to try to pick off the Sand Slash. I do not allow that, of course. I go for a Hex, see if it stays in. Probably should have switched here. Knuckle Stack's pretty much always a switch on Giratina, especially with the Terra Fairy. And it starts cursing up. And I'm going to start putting up my screens while it does this, because I do have the Giratina which can roar it out. So I get my screens, Chili out into Giratina, and they go for a third curse. Kind of just going for game on the spot here. Go for a Salt Cure. That's not allowed though. So I get it out. But I'm back in this situation. And so here I decide to go Sand Slash, get one more big hit. I do get a Knuckle Stack, which does 63 and flinches. So if they recovered there, we won't know. They probably did. And at this point, I'm going for Necrozma. But of course, this Ceruledge is not what I want to be setting up against. And Reflect starts running out. I know it's got hit me with Poltergeist. And I need a Calm Mind here. I have to go for that, because that's my only chance to get strong enough to kill the Ceruledge. So here I'm in a situation where I can technically out-heal that Poltergeist, but if I go for Iron Defense here, I lose. So I try to Morning Sun on my way out. However, this Ceruledge, its matchup, despite my Giratina stuff, is phenomenal. Also, it does live through stored power. That's about a 2 in 3 chance for me to kill, but when it lives that, that's game over. Ceruledge just cleans up with ease. Necrozma had its chance, but came up just shy. Didn't have a great matchup for Necrozma, even though I got the Sableye out. So yeah, that is the game, and with that, I am out of the league. That was a single elimination match, like I said earlier, and so that is it. That's my experience here in the first season of the Little Legends League. Good game to Steel. He absolutely earned that. He was really good prep. He really had a lot of things locked down on me. Ceruledge, a great bring. Knuckle Stack, a great bring. Yeah, I mean, he deserved it. I lost fair and square. And that sums it up. Yeah, so now I'll just give some of my postseason thoughts here. Good luck to Steel going forward. I think you've improved a lot, especially given, I think the first time we played, I won 5-0, if I remember correctly. So that's a huge jump for him. Congratulations. And yeah, I just want to say this league was fun, you know? Maybe I lost in the first round of the playoffs, but hey, I had a good time getting there. I did well. And you know, everyone's here to win, so what can I say except I tried my best. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back in Season 2 in some form or another. That'll be, I think, in a couple months. There's a good chance I will join that because this was a fun experience. And draft is just like such an interesting and different way to play Pokemon compared to everything else. So yeah, I've enjoyed my time here in the draft, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my videos. I've been having a good time making them, and yeah, hopefully we'll see some more in the future. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you.